Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years.
What's up, guys? Here we have a pair of KYB shocks from 1AAuto.com. What we're going to be doing today is installing them on the front of this 2013 Ford F250. Some of the advantages of these shocks are they're better for off-roading, they're going to be more responsive while you're driving on pavement, and they're going to be better control for towing. So get yours at 1AAuto.com. All right, so we're gonna do these shocks on the ground. I just turn the wheel to the right, and then when I do the passenger side, I will turn the wheel to the left. There is some rust on these old shocks, so I'm gonna spray them down with some rust penetrant. Just let these soak for a little bit. I'll spray the bolt down here as well. All right, so I'm gonna take the nut on top, and then there's pretty much a nut that gives you the ability to hold the stud from spinning for the shock. I'm gonna use a 13/16 on this one and a 21 on top. The only reason I'm using those is because I don't have two 21s. So just loosen this up like this. So I'm going to get to the top of the shock. Up here I'm going to use a 21mm socket and some extensions. All right, so because of the angle, I'm going to have to use a U-joint, a universal joint. Let's pull this out. This might be easier on the passenger side. We could just use wrenches and do it, but it'll take longer to do it. So, see if we can do it with a socket. All right, that's on there. So I'm gonna spin this. So this lower wrench, I can leave this right here. It will, it's gonna hold the stud from spinning on its own. It's right up against the frame, so that's fine. And it can go up top. Just use a ratchet on our extensions and loosen up the nut. All right, so that worked. Got the top nut off. Pull our extensions out. So now we just got to get the bottom nut off. We can actually push this down. Pull this out like that. All right, now I'm going to take the bottom bolt out. There is a little tab that's going to hold the nut from spinning. So we'll use an 18mm socket and a ratchet. Take this bolt out. And here's that nut I was talking about that has a little arm on it so it doesn't spin, which helps you out, taking this bolt out. And then we can pull the shock right out. Well, it might be a little tricky, so I'm gonna grab a pry bar. All right, it's stuck in there a little bit. I'll just use a screwdriver. You can use a pry bar. Pull it out. Here's our old part. Here's our new shock from 1aauto.com. If you see, the mounting holes are in the same locations. The mounting assembly on the top is the same. This old one has this cheap plastic that can crack. This new one has a nice rubber boot that will keep dust and rocks out. Get yours at 1aauto.com and you'll be ready to rock and roll. So we're gonna try going from the bottom first. We're just gonna slide this in. You could do it from the top first. And then I'm gonna get this started. Move some of this out of my way. Slide that nut in with that lever on it and get this bolt started. All right. Now we need to compress the shock. Now carefully, once it's compressed, you're gonna try to line up the hole. Be very careful to keep your fingers clear, just like that. Then we'll put this top piece in. The rubber first, and then the metal washer, then we'll put the nut on. All right, so I want to hold the stud part of the shock. So to get a wrench on there, this boot is in my way, so I'm just going to peel this boot down for now. That way I can get a 13/16 wrench in there. If you had a skinny wrench, you'd be able to get it on there, but so we'll do that. And then we're going to stick our wrench there. And I'm going to use a 19mm socket and the swivel and our extensions. Get it from up top. All right, so now I'm going to snug this down. All right, this is getting pretty snug. Now I'm going to torque that. With all these extensions, it's not the best way to torque it, but it's the best I can do. We're going to torque this upper nut to 46 foot-pounds. If you have a better way to torque it, maybe you can get right on the nut. But I'm going to remove this socket and my extensions. Pull them down. Pull this wrench off. Can reposition this boot up top here. There's a little groove. Just get it lined up in the groove. Just like that. This is a little bit twisted, so peel this up. Adjust that. All right, and then we're going to torque that bottom bolt. Ford recommends that you replace that bolt when doing this job, or we are going to reuse that bolt. Now I'm going to tighten this bolt up with a 19mm socket and a ratchet. All right, once that's snug, then I'm going to grab the torque wrench. Now we're going to torque this bolt to 110 foot-pounds. There we go. All right, now I'm going to install this cable tie that comes with the shock. Make sure this is all the way down. This is going to just keep this boot on. Get that nice and tight. And I'll take some side cutters and just cut that. And then I can lower the vehicle and we're good to go.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at oneauto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.